a border agent, supplemented what he made with creative deportation and missing ammo by the case. Since bullet ran the operation, there's hardly been a minute since that animal massacre at the border, from Chinese troops to terrorists. City's river, what for sure no one can say. But killing's been the bullet's business since back in 1931. Someone killed Ramon Casiano, and Ramon still ain't dead enough. Back in the early 1970s, back when dinosaurs still roamed the earth. I'm speaking, of course, of the three great Alabama icons, George Wallace, Bear Bryant, and Ronnie Van Sant. Now, Ronnie Van Sant didn't actually grow up in Alabama, but he might as well have, because he spent some of his early days in my hometown of Muscle Shoals, hanging out with the likes of swampers like my dad,
He wrote a song about it. It's kind of a famous song. I think you might have heard it. In fact, I think it's probably even written on our car tags. And then, of course, Bear Bryant, you know, he won football games. And I know where I'm at. I know a bunch of you motherfuckers love some football and the men who know how to win it. And Bear Bryant won a lot of football games. So when it come to my hometown, there'd be a parade. And I was one of them pussy boys that did not like football. And so I got my ass beat a lot growing up in Florence, Alabama. And so I bought a guitar and I learned how to play it. And I formed a band and I hit the road. And we didn't play no fucking Skinner either. We were a punk rock band. We were trying to invent a new sound for the South or some shit like that. I don't know. Such is the duality of the Southern thing. To the part about George Wallace. He was the governor of our fine state from basically 1962 to 1986, give or take a term or two when he had one of his cronies running things on his behalf. And he's best known as the voice of segregation, trying to keep the black kids out of the white schools and all that bullshit, which we're still living down. And I grew up in a house that hated that son of a bitch, and so I grew up thinking he was like the personification of evil, cursing the way he made our state look like to everybody else. Again, such is the duality of the Southern thing. And so therefore I was pretty heartsick this past year, seeing the rise of a movement that had more in common with George Wallace than most of even its followers would probably want to admit in public. And that's where we're at, y'all. We saw what it did to us, and we saw how hard we've all worked to overcome that, and it makes me really sad to think that we're in store for that on a more national level. But I think we're up for the fight. What do you say? What do you say, Huntsville, Alabama? Are we up to the fight? out the way of the southern thing. Stay out the way of the southern thing. Stay out the way of the southern thing.